Welcome to the course on Health Cluster Coordination. Since 2005, the cluster approach, including the health cluster, has been one of the most commonly used coordination mechanisms to meet the humanitarian needs of affected people in a reliable, effective and inclusive manner, whilst respecting humanitarian principles. As the number, scale and severity of humanitarian and health crises continues to increase, so does the need for effective health cluster leadership. The health cluster aims to save lives and promote dignity in humanitarian and public health emergencies. This is achieved by collectively preparing for and responding to humanitarian and public health emergencies, to improve the health outcomes of affected populations through timely, predictable, appropriate and effective coordinated health action. Leading the health cluster is both a privilege and an immense responsibility, and WHO, as the cluster lead agency, has therefore committed to enhancing the availability of accountable, capable and trained personnel to lead and coordinate the health cluster at country, regional and global levels. The Global Health Cluster has developed this health cluster coordination e-learning course in order to increase the skills and knowledge of health cluster teams and partners, and to strengthen the efficiency and accountability of all stakeholders in responding to humanitarian crises. By equipping health cluster teams and partners to perform their respective functions while adhering to the principles of the cluster approach, the country health cluster response will be more robust and better coordinated in existing and future health emergencies. The objectives of the Health Cluster Coordination e-learning course are to develop skills in leadership and coordination within the established framework of the Global Health Cluster's mandate, responsibilities, strategies, lines of accountability and principles at the national and subnational levels, in order to build and strengthen the capacity of the health cluster and health sector coordinators and co-coordinators to lead and coordinate the planning, implementation and monitoring of more effective, efficient, timely and predictable evidence-based humanitarian health interventions in acute and protracted emergencies. Strengthen the capacity of government focal points and health cluster team members at the national and subnational levels to plan, implement and monitor more effective, efficient, timely and predictable evidence-based humanitarian health interventions in acute and protracted emergencies, and to motivate and equip health cluster partners to effectively and collaboratively strengthen the planning, implementation and monitoring of efficient, timely and predictable evidence-based humanitarian health interventions in acute and protracted emergencies. The Health Cluster Coordination e-learning modules focus on the essential components of the Health Cluster Competency Framework. These competencies consist of a blend of the knowledge, skills and qualities needed to complete a task, deliver an input, achieve an output, and to have an impact. All health cluster partners and stakeholders are strongly advised to complete these modules. Please contact the Health Cluster if you have any queries about the Health Cluster Coordination e-learning modules. Thank you for your interest in the Health Cluster. We hope you find the Health Cluster Coordination e-learning course enjoyable and informative. On completing this course, Participants will have covered the topics listed on screen. Now that you have completed this module, you can begin taking the modules in this course.